Welcome to MissionChief.com. I'm Horn Devil, and today's episode is going to be bringing us to Alabama, specifically Mobile, Alabama. Now, what is in Mobile, Alabama that could be so important that would make a video about it? Well, first off, let's go over to Alliance Buildings. Here's a look at all of our buildings, training centers, jails, hospitals, all sorts of different stuff. The one thing we don't have is a green, it would be a green symbol, but it would be a coastal rescue training facility. That's the one thing we don't have in here. So without further ado, we are going to build an Alliance one with some expansions on it. But what exactly is in Mobile, Alabama that could be related to coastal rescue? Well, here it is. The Aviation Training Center in Mobile, Alabama. This is where pilots go to get certified for the helicopters and planes and different stuff like that. Search and rescue tactics, and I would assume just different stuff like that. Anyways, there is some information on the official Coast Guard website for this. If you guys are interested in looking at it, go for it. But here is a look at the Coast Guard Training Center on satellite view. Now, this is strictly used for training, and it is not used for actual search and rescue, as far as my understanding. But here's a look at it. We have some hangars for some planes. I think there's just a bunch of different types of planes here. And I think there's some helicopters in this bay here. But without further ado, this is the training center, U.S. Coast Guard Aviation Training Center here. And without further ado, we're going to build it. So let's head over to the Mobile, Alabama Regional Airport. You can see here U.S. Coast Guard Aviation Training Center. And what we're going to build here is a training center for Coastal Rescue School. And then for the actual, I think we're just going to plop it right here. This is going to be called UCG for United States Coast Guard. And it's going to be called, let me just see here again. The Aviation Training Center in Mobile, Alabama. So we're going to build this for a total of 500,000 credits with Alliance funds. All right, so now if we head over into buildings and we head all the way down, and we will find it. So we're gonna head over to the U's. Here we go. Here's our Aviation Training Center. Like I said, this is the only green icon in this whole list, so this can be used. Excuse me, I just had a chip and just went in my throat. This can be used for training for anyone that has lifeguard stations or any sort of coastal rescue stuff like that. I mainly am building this because I have some Alliance members who are building the Coast Guard in Canada. So if we take a look in here, we can see some of his Canadian Coast Guard stations here in Dover, Port Lambton, and then I have other Alliance members also building U.S. Coast Guard here in the Northeast. So New York, Boston area. So he's got U.S. Coast Guard Station Oswego, Sodas Point, Rochdale Station, and Niagara and Buffalo. So New York, Upper New York area with the Coast Guard. And of course I do have some Coast Guard here in the Midwest, and of course everything on the West Coast as well. Also, we do have a new player in Hawaii, and he is, from what I understand, he would like to build Coast Guard at some point too. So I think this is a great addition to the Alliance, and yeah, just a little rundown on that. Without further ado, we're going to upgrade this station. We're going to purchase, we'll just purchase one expansion for now, and if we need to later on, we'll add some more. But yeah, anyone in the Alliance can use this training center. That goes with all of our training centers. All of our members have educator status. You can see Alliance Educator, Alliance Educator, Alliance Educator. I don't know why this guy doesn't, but I can quickly add that real quick here. Let's go to add as Education Admin and as Transport Request Admin. So everyone can start a course at any point, whether an admin's offline or not. They can start it at, like I said, at any point. So anyone can start a training center or training course here free of charge as a pro of being an Alliance member. So anyways, this wraps up the video. I just wanted to show you guys the Aviation Training Center, Mobile, Alabama. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Short, sweet, to the point, but here is a look at the station again, and some just brief history.